Hey guys, welcome to Larocks Cooking Adventures. I'm your host, Larock. Today we are here with Venina Bula Wakula.
That's me.
Venina, today what are you going to make for us?
Today we are going to make Kokonda. It's a Fijian appetizer. If you know ceviche, it's similar, but we have coconut milk in it.
Okay. Venina, is there anything you'd like to talk to the people and tell them about yourselves?
Well, I'm from the beautiful island, a little island on the map, which is the Fiji Islands. If you know Fiji water, that's where the Fiji water is from.
Now, where on the earth is the Fiji located? What part?
Well, Fiji is, if you know Australia, New Zealand, is like 3 to 2 hours flight from Fiji to New Zealand or Australia.
Okay.
Yes, and I was born in a little lovely city in Lautoka, and they usually know back home it's like the sugar city.
Sugar City?
Yes,
Okay.
because that's where the sugar mill is, which we have sugar cane, and the sugar is done there.
Would you like to say something to your peoples there in Fiji?
Well, isa ni bulu pinaka gonga Venina, waro waritang gondonga na Kokonda lelai, na nona Kokonda Venina. Nuitaka ni kunina talaitaka vinaka wakalebu.
Okay, I have no idea what she said, but one love to the Fijians. We're going to get into this recipe.
Hello everybody, how are you all doing? My name is Venina, and today I am going to make you Kokonda. Kokonda is similar to ceviche. So ceviche, you don't have coconut milk, but today you are going to have coconut milk in your ceviche. Well, it's Kokonda, not anaconda. Okay? Okay guys, today I have diced tomatoes right here. I actually was supposed to show you the tomatoes while I'm cutting, but it's all here, right over here. 2 tomatoes which I diced, so it's right there. And then we have ruana tomata, ruana tomata go sa musumusu ka bakalelai kemni kilavinaka. Okay, then I'm sorry, I'm gonna speak in English and then in Fijian. Guys, don't mind me, okay? So this is red capsicum, diced it, 1 whole red capsicum. Gonna capsicum dam go. I America rando kaya na bell peppers. Gongo no koya, yeah. And then we have green capsicum right there. Gonna capsicum and roka kimni. Maybe tiba kay so lebu toka. Yo ike so rawa. Koya it's all colorful right over here. Gonna maybe I might say it's golden capsicum. Gonna capsicum cola. Isareda, ya usa diced takake tungo dua 2 tomatoes. Okay, then I have parsley. There you go. That's your parsley. And I have some red onions right there, diced up. Salt, of course you need your salt. And then of course spring onions. In Fiji, spring onions are a little bit expensive, but in here, you know, it's right there. Okay, and then you have your cod. Well, back home, we might have mahi-mahi. But over here, cod. Look at it.
Mahi is a good fish. I love the flavor of mahi.
There you go. So what I did, I had to marinate it in lemon. What I did here, 5 hours before. So this is cooked in lemon, guys. That's it. Look how white it is. That's lovely. And then you have your coconut cream or milk, which back in Fiji we usually go get the coconut, husk it, and then cut it, and then scrape it. Scrape the coconut. This is, here we have to buy in a can, okay? Guys, we are not in Fiji. We're in America, so this is what we have to deal with, okay? But it's, when you taste it, it's just like the same coconut that you have back home.
Nice.
Okay, guys, now it's time to work.
Nina, tell me, how did you learn how to make this dish?
Well, back home, when I was growing up, this is one of the best meal, I must say. You know, back at home in Fiji, if there's no seafood on a Sunday, it's not a Sunday.
So this
So
is
it
a
has to be
traditional
yes.
Sunday meal, maybe?
And also, when you're having a little bit of hangover, this is a good thing to have the next day.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Maybe we can get a hangover tonight.
There you go. Okay. So, yeah, we're about to start now. So first, this is my bowl, okay? You got to mix everything in this bowl right here. Okay, first, you got to put this cord inside, okay? Right there. Okay.
When you marinated the cod, was there a particular way you did it? When you used the marinade, did you marinate and put it in the refrigerator? Did you marinate and leave it outside at room temperature? Did anything make a difference as far as marinating the fish itself?
Well, actually, I marinate this cord like a pound of cord. Yeah, pound of cord with 10 lemons.
Okay, but did you
Just
leave it outside or did you put it in the refrigerator?
And then I put it in the refrigerator, glad wrap it very tight for 4 to 5 hours. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
So it came out like this. So it's kind of cooked actually. So
Right.
well, let's come
From
to
the
that.
acid with the lemons.
Exactly. So then I'll put some diced tomatoes inside. You know, everything is to your taste, okay, guys? Okay.
So that's about 4 tablespoons of diced tomatoes.
There you go.
It looks like 3/4 pound of fish.
Yeah. Then red capsicum. 2, 3, 4.
4 tablespoons of the red pepper.
And then you got green capsicum. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This dish is very colorful, guys. This is something that's very, very pretty. You might have a dinner party and you might want to have something with nice, beautiful flavor and color. This would be a perfect dish for that.
That's very true. 2, 3, 4. Yellow, golden capsicum. And then maybe, okay. Salt. And then red onions. In Fiji it's very expensive, these red onions, but over here it was okay. And then spring onions. Okay. And then coconut cream.
Looks good.
And then now is a mixing pot. Gotta dig it all inside.
How do you say mixing in your native tongue?
Wakia vata na kakerengo mera vidu rumaki baleta mero kanu vinaga kina na ngono kanye kina.
Wakita?
Wakia vata.
Wakia vata.
Means mixing.
That means mixing, guys. We learned something new today. Besides the dish, we also learned a little Fiji.
I love colors. I love to be colorful. You know, when your day is down, you know, when you colorful, when you see something, you know, very colorful, it just makes your day.
Nice.
Okay, maybe we can take a little bit to your, maybe we can add a little bit of this fish.
And what is that? Is that the same?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
So I think I must have put a lot of coconut milk, but as I say, this is to your taste. You know, if you want more coconut milk, sorry guys. This is cod. Look how white and lovely this fish is when you marinate it with lemon. Oh my goodness. Okay, my darling. Now it's time to serve.
Wait, chef. Before you serve it, might you want to taste it to see if the spice is right, the seasoning is right, etc., etc.?
Yeah, that's true. You're very right.
Give it a personal taste. See if it's good for you. How's that taste?
Need a little bit salt.
See? There we go.
Not a little bit, but a more little bit. You know?
A lot of it. Yeah? Very good.
Yeah, you're right.
Venina is not a professional chef.
I'm just...
Therefore, you know, I had suggested that she taste the product. You know, she's just a average cook. You know, she cooks at home. She cooks for the family. And this is what Larocks Cooking Adventures is all about. It's not about being a professional. It's about being you. We're here to give you guys guidelines on how to prepare particular dishes. I've never made this dish from Fiji before, but I tell you what, I will make it. I've made plenty of ceviches in my time, but not this particular dish.
Which is Kokonda.
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 Like Wakanda.
Yeah.
Give us free. Power to the Wakandas.
There you go.
And the Kokondas. And the Anacondas.
So now, it's time to serve and to taste.
I like the taste part.
Oh dear.
Looks good.
Okay, I might need that because I made a little bit mess.
Don't worry about that. We are not professionals.
I'm just a little young girl that if you want me to cook something, I'll cook for you.
How's that look, guys?
Okay.
Looks really, really good. So, what's next? After this dish is prepared, I know we went ahead and plated it, but do you put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for a little while, or are there any special instructions afterwards?
Well, for this time, it's ready to eat.
It's ready to go?
Tuck in, guys.
So guys, after you mix
Yes.
this all together, get all the product and ingredients inside of it and season it properly, it's ready to rock and roll, as she says. How do you say rock and roll in Fiji?
Suamai suayani.
Swumai Swilani.
Suayani.
Oh my God, she's gonna beat me. Okay, let's have a taste. How do you say cheers?
Ni mai kana.
Ni mai kana.
Ni mai kana.
Ni mai kana, guys.
Ni mai kana.
Enjoy. Good. I'm gonna take this with me. Bye. Very good. Venina, before we get out of here, you guys should try this. It's very tasteful.
So this is Kokonda for you.
Is there anything you'd like to say to anyone before we get out of there? Before we go, I'd like to say thank you for watching us. I'd also like to say subscribe to this channel, like, share, and hit that notification bell. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Anything you'd like to say?
Well, thank you to Mr. Larocks,
You're welcome.
who made me appear on this channel. And guys, please always share this. Thumbs up. This is so good. This channel is number one. Number dua. Number dua.
No, my door.
Number dua. Come on, guys. Thumbs up. Keep sharing this channel, okay? Love you. Mwah.
Thank you so much, guys. Ciao.